11:47 p.m. Your cracked screen phone buzzes on the counter. It's the DoorDash Manager app. New refund request, $19.40. Reason, food smelled spoiled. 2 blurry photos, attached. You go to hit deny, but the screen stops you in red text. Denying will drop your store rating by 0.1. Tomorrow's visibility, capped at 30%. Your thumb freezes in the air. There's $47 in the bank. And $290 due to your supplier. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Remember this moment, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how one small tap changed everything. 2 years ago, you walked out of a dying high school in Ohio without a diploma. You didn't want to end up like your dad. 12-hour shifts at an Amazon warehouse, a blown-out knee, and $3,000 to show for a lifetime of work. On TikTok, you watched them. Rented Lambos, flashy watches, quit your 9-to-5, be your own boss. You believed it. College was a trap for the poor. Money was the only truth that mattered. So you borrowed $3,000 from relatives. Took out another $8,000 from an instant loan app at 1.5% interest every single month. You wired $4,500 of it to a franchise company called Seoul UFO Crispy Chicken. And what did they send back? 3 boxes of cheap seasoning, a manual full of typos, a plastic sign that said, official franchise. On opening day, you stood there in a knockoff Gucci shirt, cigarette in hand, staring up at the glowing sign, thinking, finally, I'm the boss. You didn't know it yet, but you weren't the boss. You'd just become the unpaid employee of an algorithm. Because here's how a $12.99 combo actually gets carved up. The platform takes 30% commission. Then there's a forced discount. Then a promo fee on top of that. What's left in your hand? $3.70. Subtract your costs and you're clearing 90 cents per order. And every single day, you're fighting for that 90 cents from every direction. There's the 24-year-old regional manager who forces you to buy 45-cent packaging that costs a dime on the open market. Get caught cutting corners, and they take your $5,000 deposit. During the lunch rush, 7 or 8 delivery drivers cram into your narrow doorway. If one of their orders is a minute late, they lose $3. If they're rude to you and the customer leaves you 1 star, your rating drops below 4.5. You don't even know each other's names. You're just 2 animals fighting inside the same algorithm's pit, while whoever's taking the biggest cut never has to show their face. And that pressure is exactly what pushed you to do the one thing you swore you'd never do. To save on electricity, you started unplugging the fridge at night. Then one day, you open a box of chicken and you're hit with the smell of ammonia, a bluish tint creeping along the edges of the meat. You stare at that $85 box for 30 seconds straight. The loan payment is due in 2 days. So, expressionless, you pour in hot sauce, garlic essence, mix it all together until the smell of rot finally disappears. And that same $19.40 refund? That's the one that catches up with you. The customer files a food safety report. By 3 p.m., there's a message waiting on your dashboard. -20 credit score, 3-day forced shutdown, $500 fine, deducted. You call support, frantic, 12 minutes on hold. Then, finally, a voice, sweet and completely emotionless. Sir, the decision is algorithmic, based on customer evidence. No human can override it. The line goes dead. Standing alone in your empty store, you finally understand. What they call hustle out here has another name, burning out. 7 months later, you're sitting outside your shop on a greasy folding chair. Taped to the glass door, a sign, business for sale, loyal customers, turnkey profit, equipment included, $30,000. An 18-year-old kid stops by, wearing a knockoff hype brand hoodie. He's got that same hungry look in his eyes you once had. Yo, business looks good, he says. Why you selling? You don't tell him the Friar's thermostat is broken. You don't tell him the loan's grown to $18,000 with interest. You don't tell him about the nights you can't sleep. Going bigger, man, you say, exhaling smoke. New project. Just don't got the time anymore. You pause. This place is a gold mine. You just gotta be willing to grind. The kid nods, can't hide his smile. He pushes through the greasy door and walks in. You don't look back. So, whose fault is it, really? The kid's greed? Or the system? The one that manufactures 1,000 new bosses every single day just to chew them up and swallow them whole?